Hi everyone, Kaary here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great today. So today I'm back with what's gonna be the last speed build for the build in Newcrest save file, which is so exciting because I never thought I would finish a save file. And yeah, for those of you who maybe this is your first speed build, I want to talk a little bit about what that save file is about. So basically, I decided that I wanted to build in every single lot in Newcrest using only the base game. I'm not even using the free holiday pack. It's just pure base game. And yeah, this is the last build. There's a link to the playlist down below in the description. I'm going to be adding it here on the screen as well if you want to go and check out all the other speed builds that I've done, all the builds that I work on for the save file. But yeah, this is the last build and it's really exciting. I cannot believe I finished this, and it's really cool to be able to say that I actually finished this save file. And I said this is the last speed build, but it's definitely not the last build because I'm gonna be doing it's not the last video. Yeah, that's what I meant, because I'm gonna be doing a tour video showing you every single lot, how the save file ends up looking. I'm gonna be showing you the families and also that one lot that I couldn't show you on YouTube because I lost the footage of, and that's the community pool. So yeah, I want you to see that in detail. I want you to see the families and everything like that. And then we're gonna start working on the rebuilding Brindleton Bay save file, which is quite hard for me to say. So I'm gonna have to practice quite a lot on how to say that. But that's another save file that we're gonna be renovating Brindleton Bay. We're gonna be using only base game and cats and dogs. And probably, that depends on you, we're gonna be using the My First Pet stuff as well, stuff pack. In case you want to do that, I'm going to be adding a community poll on the community tab. So if you want to go and vote, if you want me to use the My First Pet stuff pack, or if you want me to use only cats and dogs and base game, that's completely up to you. It's not going to change the vibe of the save file whatsoever. But because we have that DLC for a DLC, I just want to know what you guys think of that, of me adding that other stuff pack. But anyways, this house ends up being quite big. It actually is a house for a 7-sim family. It's a really big household that's gonna live in here, and I decided to have 2 houses in one lot. This is not a residential rental because we cannot have residential rentals in base game. That came with for rent. But it's a house like the main house that we're currently working on, and then there's a house in the back that I was thinking it was like a pool house that was renovated a little bit, because this household is actually made out of 2 grandparents, 2 parents, 1 teenager, and 2 children. So it's quite a big household. And I was thinking that the grandparents are the ones that live in the house in the back. So I fully decorated that house for them. I already play tested this build. It's up on the gallery. If you want to go and download it, you can do that. Go into the link in the description down below, or if you want to go to the gallery in your game, you can find that in there under the hashtag KaarySims and building Newcrest as well. That's the hashtag that I have used for the save file. I never mentioned this. I don't know why, but yeah, that's something that you can have in your mind if you want to go and download this build from the gallery. But yeah, I did play test it. I have already made the family, as I said. I created it, and I think this house ends up being so cool. I actually really like how everything ends up looking. I tried to work on some color schemes or maybe interior design that is not so repetitive and that you don't see too much in other houses in this save file in particular. But working with only base game is really limiting, so there's not that much that you can do because of the amount of furniture that we have and the swatches and the style and everything like that. It's quite hard to work with only base game, but I did my best. I think this house ends up being quite nice, and yeah, it has a lot of space in the interior anyways. So yeah, maybe hence the title of this speed build. Like, it's a massive family home, definitely. And one thing that I didn't add to the lot that is already up on the gallery is the trash cans, like the outdoor trash cans, because you saw me moving them with the tool mod outside of the lot. So maybe that's a thing that you need to add. But if you download, like if you play with the save file, those trash cans are going to be useful. Like your Sims are going to be able to use them if they need to. So that's why I just moved them out of the lot, because they can definitely use them. And now we're working on the back house that I think it's like a pool house that it's been renovated, as I said. And this is for the grandparents. I decided to keep the same color scheme and aesthetic of the other house. And the house looks quite tiny in comparison to the other one, but it's like the perfect size for the two grandparents. I was thinking that they would spend not so much of their time in this house. They do enjoy their own time, like time for themselves. They do enjoy spending time with each other in their own house, but they do have 3 grandchildren, so they do come quite often sometimes and spend time with their grandparents. And also the grandparents as well, they go and visit their rest of the family in the other house. So yeah, they basically use this house to sleep. Sometimes when they feel like spending some time alone, they can lock the door and stay inside if they want. But they do have like this common space here in the backyard, so they can use the pool that I'm gonna be adding in a few seconds. They can use the garden as well. And yeah, they basically have space, like the chance to use everything in here in the backyard. So this is quite a tight family. They like to spend time with each other. They enjoy the company. That's why the grandparents moved in with them. These grandparents are the dad's parents. So yeah, you would think it could be like a hard, like a difficult dynamic, but they actually like each other quite a lot. Also, I already made that I think like the children know some other kids, and the teenager has some friends as well their age, so that's really cool. As I said, I'm already working on the dynamics amongst all the families that are in this save file, and it's really cool to do that. That's something that I haven't done for my other save file, the one that is not pack restricted, and that I'm renovating every single world in the game. That I don't think I'm ever gonna finish that save file. I mean, we're getting worlds and worlds, and like so regularly now that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to ever finish the save file, but maybe there's a version 1 or something like that that I'm gonna be releasing hopefully soon. I don't know, but yeah, I haven't had the chance to work on the family dynamics or the dynamics in any type of situation when it comes to that save file. So doing that in this one was really exciting, because that helped me quite a lot to figure out how I'm gonna do it for the other save file. And also, it's really cool to see how the Sims here interact with each other and how they work on, like, they grow and they develop and stuff. That's so cool. And to see how they make friends and stuff like that. I don't do that much gameplay, so that's not something that I see too often. And when I do gameplay, my Sims are basically trapped in their house all the time. They only go out when they have to go to work. So yeah, they're pretty much like me in real life. Like, I never want to leave my house. I love my house. I love spending time in my house. So yeah, I barely leave the house actually, even though I do have a 1-year-old son. Yeah, we spend time with each other here inside. So that's basically what I do every time that I do any gameplay. But for this save file, I wanted it to feel as complete as possible. So that's why I decided to work on those dynamics and stuff like that. There's also a lot of like things going on inside of this house as well. So we're starting out with the kitchen, and the kitchen is an open concept. There's a wall dividing it out a little bit just to have more space for more appliances and more counter space, because even though we don't have that many things like decorations and stuff to add to base game in the kitchens, I mean, I still wanted to have like a big kitchen, because this house is quite big, and having a tiny kitchen is definitely not something that I was gonna do. So yeah, we're adding some debug catalog items here, some decorations, just to make this kitchen feel a little bit more lived in. That's something that I do like to do a lot. I think the kitchen is the heart of the house, and it has to feel like your Sims want to spend some time in the kitchen. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing right now. And this like the counters that we got in the cabinets that we got in the latest base game update, it's not the latest base game update, but it's one of the latest base game updates. They just work so perfectly for this house, and I know that maybe I've used them quite a lot, but they're just perfect, and everything is just so perfect in these counters and cabinets. So yeah, that's why I'm using them right now. And now we're gonna be decorating the dining space. It's an 8-seater dining table here, and I love it. I really do love it. So I was so happy with this house because I don't know, there's a lot of space, there's like different vibes going on. So you see there's a lot of modern touches in the kitchen, but not so many modern touches in the living room and in the dining room. So I kept that wallpaper that makes you feel like this house is quite a little bit renovated, I would say. Like they're renovating it, but they're still trying to keep these kind of classic details to this house. And that's something that I do really like, mixing and matching different decor styles and interior design styles. I think it's so cool. And yeah, we're adding a telephone, so yeah, this house cannot be too modern, right? Anyways, that's an item that I'm never gonna stop using it, because since we got the telephones, I have been obsessed with them. I love them, and I'm trying my best to use them in different swatches. But for this type of traditional family houses, I think it's not so realistic to have like a bright red telephone. But anyways, you will see me using them in the future in some other builds, and I do have some ideas on how to do that. But yeah, here I was struggling a little bit because there's like this hallway area here on the first floor, and I didn't know what to do with that area. So there's a lot of sitting areas in this house. I do have to say this. Adding couches in the base game, I think it's the easiest way to like create a space to decorate like a hallway or something like that, or like a landing area. And this is the office. So in the office, I was thinking that there's going to be this modular couch here, like an L-shaped couch. There's going to be a desk here in a diagonal that I never do this. I think I never do this, but I just think like it looks so nice like this. And there's going to be an easel as well, so your Sims can do some painting if they want, because the grandma and also the mom in this house both are artistic Sims. Grandma was actually a painter. So yeah, both grandparents have been, they have retired from their jobs. So grandpa used to be a businessman. I think he was working in the business career, if I remember correctly. And now he loves to tend the garden and just like live life more relaxing and not taking care of too many worries and stuff like that. And grandma used to be a painter, so she still paints. She has an easel here in the main house, and there's also an easel in her house. So yeah, she can paint a lot because mom as well, she paints a lot. She's a painter as well. And yeah, she's in the painting career. So that's a career that I never use, and I thought it would be nice to use it. Also, when I was like creating all the families that were gonna live here, of course I didn't create them only like all in one sitting. It took me a couple of days to have all the families and stuff. And then I realized when I was like taking notes and trying to see how many Sims I had and everything like that, I realized that I placed so many Sims in the business career. It was ridiculous. And that made me think that maybe we need more traditional careers in the Sims base game, because I mean, I really try to have a variety of different careers, so it's not so repetitive. I changed some levels of the Sims in that business career, but like, okay, we have like tech guru, and I'm pretty sure the dad here is a tech guru, or maybe grandpa used to be a tech guru in the tech guru career. I don't remember exactly. But it's like, okay, we have the tech guru career, we have business. And then there's like, I don't know, being a thief or an astronaut or stuff like that that I don't think make much sense. Like also the culinary career was another one that I used a lot, and I had to change it for some of the families because it was going to be too repetitive. So yeah, I had to change the career of one of the Sims. Maybe it wasn't in this household, but it was in another house that the dad, I think, was in the business career, and I had to change it for the astronaut career. And I don't know, it was such a big change that I didn't know if that actually made any sense. But I wanted really bad to have a variety of different careers for the Sims, in case you wanted to play with them. And it wasn't like, okay, so there's 5 different Sims in all these 5 different houses, they all work in the business career. So that's repetitive, that's boring. They're in different levels, but that doesn't change the fact that it's going to be boring. So yeah, basically I had to think through like really hard on what careers I wanted the Sims to be in, because it was a struggle. I did struggle figuring that out. I don't know if that's ever happening to you guys, if that's something that you think about, or if that's something that you see, or if you agree or disagree with me. I would really like to know that. So please let me know in the comments down below. That would be quite a nice topic to talk about. And I talked over the main bedroom, the girls' bedroom, and also the bathroom, like the one of the bathrooms. Now we're decorating the teens room. And here I actually was trying so hard to have a color scheme that wasn't blue and black because I do that quite a lot with the base game as well when it comes to teenagers. And this teen uses the pronouns they, them. And I was trying to figure out how to make a bedroom that would suit them, and but still making it feel like a teen's bedroom and not so childish. And that's something really hard in base game. I think you either have a teen, like a kid's room, or you have a parent's room, but having a teen's room is really hard in the base game. And I ended up adding oh my god, the radio here under the table. I added a laptop for them. I added a TV, this pride flag that I always forget we have them. Like, I have to be honest, I always forget we have them, and I'm always so scared every time that I use them, because I don't want to offend anyone, but I just don't know what all of the flags mean. And I think that's something that the Sims team could have done for us, like having in the description of every swatch of the flag what flag it was. So for those of us who are really wanting to use those flags, but we are so scared of messing it up and not using the correct flag or anything like that and offend someone, because that's the least thing I want to do, it's really hard. So it could be great if the Sims team would update the swatches. So just to have the description, or just to have the name of the flag, what it represents, that would be great. So yeah, I don't know what you think about that, but we're decorating right now the other kids' room. So I was thinking that this kid was actually the youngest, because we have 2 children here, but they're not twins, they're just brother and sister. And I thought that this kid was actually the youngest. That's why they get the tiniest room. And also all this decoration that feels more childish, and a lot of toys laying around on the floor. And yeah, I just thought that maybe the younger sister, like the older sister, got a bigger room, and this kid got the smallest room in the house. I think in the grandpa's bedroom is even bigger than this one, but it just suits everything, like it fits everything that they need, so that's fine. But now we're moving into the grandparents' house, and we're starting out with the kitchen. I decided to have a closed concept here in the kitchen. I don't know, I think it's nice, it's cozy, it goes with the vibe of grandparents, I think. I don't know, but I ended up really liking this kitchen, and it's fully functional. As I said, I made sure that the Sims play tested every single item in this house. So yeah, I did have to change some things in the main house, but it was just like moving one piece of decoration a little bit further from the other. It didn't make that much difference to what I already had, so that's why I didn't mention that. But yeah, the uploaded version, like the one on the gallery, has been already play tested, and this one, of course, because it's the same, it has been already play tested. Maybe there is a change in a rug, maybe in the save file version, because when I was playtesting this house, I made one of the Sims invite over a friend, and that friend turned on the fireplace, and there was a fire, and the rug burned, and then I didn't remember what rug I had used, so I added a rug, any rug, and I don't know if I added the correct one, like the exact one that I had used in this bit build, but there could be a tiny change. And yeah, I just wanted to mention that in case there's a difference between the version that you have in the that there's on the gallery and the version that you're seeing right now. But now we're working on the living room. I went for something really, really plain, and I didn't want to overclutter anything. Of course, I wanted to have a TV here in the living room, and sizing up that painting that I placed next to the TV, it just made me feel like it was a continuation or something, because the frame TV looks like a painting and the other one is a painting. So yeah, that's the tiny detail that I did. And now we're moving into the second story of this house, and this is the bedroom, like the grandparents' bedroom, and it's really small, as you see, but it's fully functional, fully accessible. There's just one thing, I hate this bed. I hate it so much, but I didn't want to use the same one that I used in the other house. It was going to be too repetitive. It was going to be more of the same. And we need more beds in base game, please. I know we got the Pride bed that is really cool, but that doesn't feel like it matches the style of these grandparents. So yeah, I needed another bed, and we need more beds. That's a fact. We need more beds, with more double beds, more single beds, more cribs, more everything, like everything that has to do with bedrooms. We need more of them in the base game, at least. And this is a skill building room, so everything that your Sims need for like different skills and stuff, it's gonna be here. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for this bit build. So I'm gonna be wrapping up this voiceover now, and if you did like it, please give it a like, also comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also follow me on social media. The links are all in the description down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Enjoy the screenshots, stay tuned for the tour video, and goodbye.